In India, one man met a fortune teller who, gazing into a magic crystal, pronounced a death sentence over him. He would die before the next full moon. This man was completely healthy, full of strength and full of life. But the moment he accepted that suggestion as unquestionable truth, a self-destruct mechanism began ticking inside him. He started preparing for the end, wrote his will, and sank into paralyzing terror. He died exactly within the time she had predicted. Did magic kill him? No. He was killed by his own thought, which his subconscious accepted as a direct order to carry out. Your subconscious does not understand jokes. It does not know what irony or skepticism are. It is an impersonal executor, turning your deepest fears or beliefs into physical reality. And right now, it is shaping the world you woke up in this morning. We are used to believing that we are the captains of our fate, consciously making decisions. But the truth is far darker. Your conscious mind is only the tip of the iceberg, a tiny navigator on the bridge of a massive battleship. Below the deck hides a giant, the subconscious, which controls your heartbeat, digestion, and the regeneration of your cells 24 hours a day. It does not reason, it does not argue, and it does not choose. It simply takes the thought your conscious mind has accepted as true and begins arranging the circumstances of your life in exact accordance with that matrix. If you constantly repeat, "I can't afford it," or "they will betray me anyway," your subconscious takes this as a technical assignment. It will make sure that you truly cannot buy what you want and that you truly end up in betrayal. You sign blank checks for your own failure without even realizing that the pen is in your hand. Most people live in the outer world, trying to change circumstances, fighting symptoms rather than causes. They try to move a mountain with their bare hands, while the lever lies inside their own mind. The subconscious is like soil. It does not care what you plant in it, seeds of beautiful flowers or poisonous henbane. It will simply make them grow. Your habitual thoughts are the seeds. If your garden is overrun with the weeds of poverty and disease, that is not evil fate and not the injustice of God. It is the result of allowing negative suggestions from the outside, newspapers, advertising, toxic relatives, to sow your inner space. The world around you is only a mirror reflecting what has already been recorded on the film of your deeper self. Here lies a dangerous contradiction that destroys millions. The harder you try to force yourself towards success through willpower, the farther it moves away from you. This is called the law of reversed effort. When your desire, "I want to be rich," clashes with your imagination, "I am afraid of ending up with nothing," imagination always wins. A brain gripped by fear blocks access to the resources of the subconscious. A student who knows the subject perfectly suddenly forgets everything during the exam because the subconscious has received the command, "Failure is inevitable." Tension and coercion are the greatest enemies of change. The subconscious does not respond to willpower, but to belief, to the state in which you accept the desired outcome as an already accomplished fact. Imagine a mechanism of healing that seems impossible. Joseph Murphy healed himself of a malignant sarcoma when medicine was powerless. He did not fight the tumor. He simply gave his subconscious a new blueprint of health. He understood that the mind which created his body from a single cell knew how to repair it. He fell asleep with the thought of the perfection of every cell, and within 3 months, his skin became completely clear. This principle works universally, whether it is lung cancer in a priest from Johannesburg or paralysis in a woman who had lived for years in a tomb of fear. It is not holy water, nor amulets themselves that heal, but human faith that removes mental blockages and allows the life current to restore order. The disturbing conclusion is that we are constantly under the influence of someone else's hypnosis. From early childhood, we were told, "You won't make it, the world is going to hell, money is dirty." These negative affirmations, heterosuggestions, form a system of control that keeps you trapped within mediocrity. If you do not begin consciously reprogramming your mind, you will live according to someone else's script, serving someone else's interests. You may be a talented surgeon or inventor, but if a dwarf of fear sits inside your subconscious, it will strangle your inner giant, just as it nearly happened to the great tenor Caruso right before he walked onto the stage. He literally shouted at his fear, "Get out of here, my giant wants to sing." And the giant sang. Money is another instrument that most people misunderstand. Wealth is not numbers in a bank account, it is a psychological state. If you despise money or condemn those who possess it, it will never come to you. You cannot attract what you criticize. Envy of another person's success is a poison that tells your subconscious, "Success is bad. Avoid it," and it will avoid it. The true path to abundance lies in realizing that wealth is infinite, like air. A man with the consciousness of a millionaire may lose everything in a financial collapse, but within a year he will rise again because his inner magnet is still with him. The one who thinks in terms of scarcity will lose even what he already has. The hidden consequence of our resentments is far more terrible than it seems at first glance. Every thought of revenge, every angry outburst against your neighbor is a mental poison you drink yourself, hoping the other person will die. The subconscious sees no difference between me and him. When you judge another, you pass sentence on yourself. The emotional tension of old resentments materializes as heart disease, ulcers, and arthritis. Forgiveness is not an act of mercy toward an enemy, it is a selfish and necessary act of self-preservation. As long as you hate, you are bound to the object of your hatred by an invisible chain that drains your life energy. That chain can be broken only through complete inner release, through the realization that no one has power over your happiness except your own reactions. The control system of modern society exploits the fear of old age and weakness. We are told that after 65, life is over, but the mind knows no time. Old age is not the number of years you have lived, but the moment you stop dreaming and stop being curious about what is new. You can begin studying the Gaelic language at 70, as Joseph Murphy's father did, or paint immortal masterpieces at 80, as Michelangelo did. Gray hair is not a sign of decline, but a symbol of accumulated wisdom, which may be your most valuable asset. Your body is a projection of your mind. If you believe you are growing weak and frail, your cells will obey that command. But if you recognize yourself as part of eternal, pulsating life, you will preserve the youth of your spirit until your final breath. So how do you break into this mechanism and make it work for you? The most effective method is to use transitional states, the moments before sleep and immediately after waking. In those minutes, the barrier between the conscious and subconscious becomes permeable. Do not waste that time replaying the day's resentments or consuming anxious news. Instead, start a mental movie in your mind. See the final goal so vividly that you can smell it, hear the voices of your friends congratulating you, and feel the warmth of a handshake. Feel the joy of the problem already being solved. Fall asleep with that sense of gratitude as if you had already received the gift. The subconscious will accept that image as truth and begin rearranging the world around you through intuitive insights, chance meetings, and unexpected opportunities. There is only one creative law, the law of belief. It does not matter what religion you belong to or whether you believe in God at all. This mechanism works for an atheist just as effectively as for a saint, because it is a psychophysiological law governing the way your brain works. Your thought is an action, and the response of the subconscious is the answer to it. If you want to change your life, you must change your major premise. Instead of, "I am a victim of circumstances," accept, "Infinite intelligence is guiding me toward success and harmony." Repeat it until that idea penetrates the deepest layers of your being and becomes your new nature. We live in a world where the struggle for our attention and our mind never stops. Systems of control want you frightened, divided, and predictable. But you have a secret weapon, an inner treasury to which access is closed to everyone except you. True power is not control over others, but complete mastery of your own subconscious. The one who understands this is no longer a slave of circumstances. He becomes the architect of reality. Your life is an open book, and every word in it has been written by your own thoughts. You can continue writing a story of suffering and limitation, or you can tear out those pages and begin again. Remember, the subconscious always answers. It hears not your words, but your feelings and your belief. Right now, as you have finished listening to this text, you stand before a choice. Remain on the same worn-out track, or place your trust in the great giant within you. That giant is ready to move mountains if you simply learn how to give the right commands. Your future is not something that is supposed to happen to you. It is something you create in your imagination this very second. And here lies the most terrifying and at the same time the most beautiful secret of human existence. You are the very God who creates his own heaven or his own hell.